Hey everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks. And today, we're just gonna shoot the shit, basically. I'll talk about something, I don't know, don't have anything planned. Worked all day out there at the tiny house. And this is the inaugural evening edition of Gen X Thinks. I'm gonna try to start doing them here. Two or three times a week during the week in the evenings, so that we can chat and bullshit and hang out a couple times a week in the evenings, because the early morning shows, it's difficult for most people to show up and converse with us in the early morning shows. So I'm gonna see what I can do about making the evening show a regular thing. Metal Gear Punisher, Jason Lamore, JP, Julia Pierce. Hey everybody, how's it going? Glad to see y'all here. It took me a couple days to get here, but I'm finally here. Jeff7, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here, man. Yeah, I had trouble. I meant to actually, I think the first day I tried to do it was Wednesday, ended up working 12 or 13 hours, then Thursday ended up working late. Didn't even get home until after 7, shower and go to bed, so I couldn't get it. But God's Warrior, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here, man. Glad you can make it. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do this. I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays, something like that. We'll just have to feel it out and see how it goes. Figure out my new schedule and everything. But if it works out really well and everything goes smoothly for me, maybe I'll move it and add another day. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll figure it out like that. So everything's going good, God's Warrior. Everything's going pretty good. Got oh, you came home from work with a bad back? Oh damn, that sucks, dude. I hate that for you, Metal Gear. Yeah. That's one place I've been really lucky is my back. I haven't hurt my back throughout my life. Hurt my neck when I was a kid, and now I'm suffering for it. It just nags at me. But as far as my back goes, thank goodness I never really hurt my back throughout my life, which is just pure luck. Don't get me wrong. That's one place I've just been blessed is that I haven't hurt my back, because most people I know have hurt their back at one point or another. But yeah, we got that thing. Did you hear about that explosion that happened? My wife just told me about it on my way home from work today while we were talking on the phone, so I haven't done any research into it. I don't even know what state it was in or anything. Some kind of factory or something that exploded, and I guess 19 people died today. And that's a horrible thing. It really is. But it's also it that kind of shit pisses me off, because I've worked for places and I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea. I haven't done any research. Haven't looked into it at all. I mean, all I know is what my wife told me, and that was very little. But almost every time this shit happens, it's because these companies don't want to sink the money into updating their equipment and their safety stuff and everything, and then some kind of industrial accident like this happens, and there's no consequences for these people, for these huge companies. you know, and it's a cost of life, you know. I mean, that just kills me that these huge companies can get away with this shit. You know, they pollute our rivers, they get people killed and all kinds of shit, and that no consequences. Nobody goes to jail, and you know, no, their stock market isn't, you know, their stock prices aren't going to crash and they'll go out of business. Nothing like that. Nothing will happen. They'll probably get, you know, a shit ton of money from insurance, the company will, and, you know, just build a factory somewhere else or some shit. I don't know. But there's never, I never hear about any consequences afterward. It just kind of gets swept under the rug, and that's it. Patty Paws, what's up, Patty Paws? Hey, glad you could make it. All right. So what are y'all doing today? What do y'all got planned for this weekend? I'm working tomorrow. We're gonna put the finishing touches on the tiny house tomorrow. So Sunday I'll have a video for y'all. It'll be a longer one, a longer video of the tiny house. I'll walk all the way around it and walk through it so you can see fixtures and flooring and all, you know, all the cool stuff. Countertop is on there. All kinds of, you know, just the regular cool stuff that you'd expect to see in a house. And of course, you've heard me say it before. Probably everybody here has already heard me say it several times, but it started out to be a tiny house. Technically, you know, it's supposed to be under 300 square feet. But as we went along, because the customer is building it for his mother. That's the situation I'm in. So I'm doing work for a guy who's having the house built for his mother. And he comes out and helps me sometimes. And the last few weeks he's helped me a lot. He's come out, you know, because we're trying to get it done faster. So he's done a lot more work himself last few weeks. G Simplot, what's up, Laura Ann? Hey, glad to see y'all here. But yeah, so that's the situation, right? And I think she's actually going to start moving in tomorrow. So I've got a small window of time before she starts unloading shit tomorrow that I can shoot a video. Now, I shot one today, but there's still tools all over the place and we haven't cleaned up yet or anything. But I shot one today just in case I don't have time, in case she starts showing up early and, you know, and I'm unable to shoot the video tomorrow. So, but I mean, we did get some stuff done today, but it's pretty close. It was pretty close to finish when I shot the video today, just kind of messy. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe I'll be able to get some stuff cleaned up and then have time to shoot another video tomorrow. That's my plan. Let y'all see it after it's all tidied up and everything. And so that's what's going on with me. And then I'll have Sunday off, and hopefully we'll take a few days off, be able to take a few days off, maybe Sunday through Tuesday or something. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. Maybe I can. And, you know, spend a little time updating the channel and figuring some stuff out with the channel here. Make a couple more videos for y'all. Oh, okay, God's Warrior, yeah. 2.5 years of renovation, the 75-year-old house, yep. Oh, all right. All right, Jeff. Black pudding? I don't think I've ever had black pudding. But, yeah, I've actually... The renovating those older houses, man, that shit's tough sometimes. They used to use plaster and stuff. Like we use drywall, you know, light, airy stuff now. They used to use real material. Like the 2x4s were real 2x4s. Now you can just take a sledgehammer and knock 2x4s out of a wall. I mean, literally, just beat a wall down with a newer house, just beat it down with a hammer. Not you could do it with just a framing hammer, just a regular hammer. Beat a wall completely down on a newer house. Those older houses, that shit, your hammer bounce off of it. Yeah, I went. We were redoing the backsplash. This couple wanted a tile backsplash, and we took the old tile down, and behind it was plaster with the wire lathing and all that shit. Holy crap, that was a hell of a job getting that out of there. Had to take a grinding wheel and a diamond wheel and cut it all out and stuff. And then that plaster was heavy. Once you got it out of there, that shit ain't light, man. Yeah. Gen X Jack, what's up? Big country. Glad to see you here, man. Glad you could make it. Glad to see both of y'all here. Yeah, as I was telling everybody, we'll try to do these evening ones a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week. I don't know. It's just kind of up in the air right now, so don't hold my feet to the fire on how many times. I'm just going to have to work through my new schedule, and figure out what we have, what time how much time I'm going to have going into the future now that we're wrapping up this last job. And I've been there at the tiny house at least 6 days a week, sometimes 7 for like the last 7 months or something, 6 months, something like that. Yeah, it was still winter. It was still winter time. I worked there all through the spring and summer, so I was there for quite a while. Yeah, Gen X Jack, exactly. 2x4 now is 1.5 inches by 3.5 inches now, and then they're not even solid old growth. They're grown quickly, and they're kind of light and airy, and they're not even a real 2x4 anymore. And the wood they're made of now isn't the same. It's that quick growing fir and stuff like that. So yeah, the building materials we have now are a lot weaker. And, the houses go up faster and contractors can make more money, and that's the bottom line, rich people getting richer. What's up, Arnis? Good to see you here, man. Glad to see you, buddy. Glad you could make it. Salute Metal. Yeah, big country. Hell yeah. Oh, sawmill wood? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's awesome, Loran. Yeah, that's the kind of shit you want. Yeah. It's finally cooling off down here in Florida, right? Because I saw last week, we got a cold front coming, a cool front. Not a cold front, a cool front coming. Yeah, I look at the 10-day forecast or whatever. Yeah, it's going to dip down and get down into the upper 70s. It's going to be 78, for the high. And I'm like, how is that a cool front? We at least got to get down in the 60s. Come on, cut me a damn break. But it's been raining a lot, and that's part of the reason the last few days have been so slow, because we're dealing with this weather. We've gotten a lot of rain. Oh yeah, Arnis. Yeah, I know those 4 o'clock lives at 4 o'clock in the morning. They're tough to catch for a lot of people. But that was the only free time I really had. It wasn't like I chose that time. It's just the only time I had free. So now hopefully that'll change going into the future, and I'll be able to do some evening live streams where we can bullshit around and catch up. Yeah, I believe it, Gen X Jack. Yeah, I haven't seen that article. I'd have to look that up, but I believe it. Yeah, the modern construction. It's just. It's cheap. The materials are cheap, dude. I hate to say it, but a lot of times, where you just have illegal immigrants go on there and throw it up in a matter of days. You know what I'm saying? Like a day, they'll frame the whole thing upside down. They don't care. They see us as rich Americans. They don't give a shit whether our house is of any quality or not. They really don't care. I've never seen one who cared, and I've been around a lot of them. I'm talking from experience. Been on the slab with them building houses, and they don't care. Well, we just had at the tiny house, the guy hired a contractor to do the roof, and the contractor sent out some illegal immigrants, and they got up there and jacked it all up. Yeah, the owner had to basically stand out there and watch every shingle being laid and correct them. Oh no, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna mess the shit up with, beyond repair. So yeah, it's just crazy. So that's part of it. They just want the houses, the contractors, the big companies that build the houses, they want them built as quickly as possible, as cheaply as possible, period, and that's it. It's bottom line. Yeah, down to the 70s. Yeah, everything started changing, and now everything, with the new technology, with the drywall instead of the plaster and all that stuff, and the cheaper, lighter 2x4s, and just everything. Even the cheaper, lighter cinder blocks. I mean, you pick up one of those old cinder blocks, that bitch weighs 50, 60 pounds. You pick up one of the newer ones, they're light, and, they're like 20 pounds. You just throw that thing around. Yeah, they're a lot better to load up on the scaffold, you know what I mean, for the working man, but down the road for the homeowner, you just want better materials. So it already got down to 40 there. G Simplot, where you at? Up north somewhere, I imagine. Oh yeah, Lauren, and that, yeah. Every time a storm comes through, I would be too. Shit, like I said, I've seen them. I've been there on the slab as they're being built from the ground up. I've seen this shit. And all these codes and everything. But they don't follow those codes. Most of the shit is covered up. It's gone by on your own. What is that? I'm gonna have a mind blank. But it's self-regulated because it's covered up. The inspector can't see it. Inspector can't see it. So if you screwed up a 2x4 and it's all jacked up, but it's already in the wall and it's behind the drywall and the inspector can't see it, so they come in and do their final inspection and they look around. And they don't know, there's all kinds of mistakes that are hidden in the walls and in the rafters and all that shit. So, and those guys don't care. They just don't care. They just want their paycheck. Oh yeah, exactly, Arnis. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that you won't find a square. You won't find a square wall or a corner or anything anywhere. They just come in and throw it up as soon as possible. Witchmaster, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here. Glad you could make it, man. Yeah. All right. I know those 4 a.m. live streams are hard to make, hard to catch. Oh, Wisconsin. All right, G Simplot. Yeah. Cheesehead. Got some good cheese up there. Mid 60s in Michigan. That's good wet. That's what I like. I like it in the 40s at night and the 60s in the day. For working outside. When I'm working outside. That's what I like. If I could have that weather every day, while I'm working outside, I'd be happy. Because I just, a nice cold night, down in the 40s, but not freezing. You know, not so freezing that it's uncomfortable, but 40s you can get away with a light jacket or whatever. So yeah, yeah, that's perfect right there. Who is that? Arnis? Yeah, 64 and 46. Yeah. Oh, is that 46 relative humidity? All right. No, that's pretty nice there. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, paper house. Yeah. Yeah, Laura Ann. And that's what they are. And even and when you look at the interior construction of those of mobile homes, because mobile homes are popular down here in Florida, and they use, I don't know what they are. They're like 2 inches or 2.5 inches wide by an inch thick or something. It's like a 1 by 2.5 or something. And they're really cheaply made, and yeah, they're not safe for real storms and shit. Arkansas, all right. I spent some time, just not a lot of time, just during one training tour or whatever. We spent like a week or two in Arkansas. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked Arkansas. Michael Jordan and Jim Carrey are Gen X. I didn't know Jordan was Gen X. I thought he was older than us. Is he really? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Cheese and beer, G Simplot. Yeah. Yeah, Arnis, you're right about that. Yeah. The scary times to sell. I mean, if you can sell right now, housing, anyway, down here in Florida anyway, housing is just, the prices are insane, and but that's why nobody's buying right now, because houses are so insane. No, 65, yeah. Yeah, Laura, and that's a good temperature there. Okay, so you're about the same as us, Warrior. 80s and high 70s, low 80s. Yeah, that's a cool front for us. Uh, but I really do like the winters more. The winter is my favorite season. Pretty much has been, I think, my whole life. Even when I was a kid with the snow, because I lived up north in Washington State for a while, and I remember one Halloween it snowed. Speaking of Halloween, have y'all seen that? Have y'all been to Lowe's or anything like that? I walked into Lowe's last week or something like that, and they're already putting up Christmas decorations. I mean, what the hell? It's the 1st of October. They're putting up Christmas decorations. What the hell are they doing to Christmas? Aside from the whole, that whole thing where they wanted to quit calling it Christmas and start saying Happy Holidays or whatever. Now this whole thing with it being one of that, just a big sales racket to rack up, merchandise sales and shit. But they've already got Christmas trees and snowmen and shit in at Lowe's, a big old huge display, and then off to the corner a little bit, there's a little bit of Halloween stuff. And I'm looking around at that shit. I'm like, damn, what the hell? I remember as a kid, there would be Halloween was a big thing. Halloween was just a big awesome thing all the way up going to school and drawing the pumpkins with the cardboard paper and all that stuff. And then after that it was Thanksgiving, and there was a big build up to Thanksgiving with the turkeys and all that stuff. You put your hand on the paper and with the turkey and stuff. And then after Thanksgiving, Christmas would come out and all the decorations and stuff, Now, come on. October 1st, they're busting out the Christmas stuff, just trying to, feeding the consumers. Man, what the hell is the world coming to? That shit just pisses me off. I see Christmas stuff out in October, just skipping Halloween, you know. And I think it's bad for the kids, you know. Halloween was such an awesome time. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and I just loved Halloween when I was a kid. My brothers and sisters, my friends in school, we all loved Halloween. Dress up like a vampire or something and go to school that day, or you know, if they let you wear your costumes to school. That was just an awesome holiday, and now it's just being pushed aside because there's more money to be made in Christmas. So that's just irritating to see that kind of shit go away. Yeah. Yeah, after Thanksgiving, we'll start decorating for the 4th of July. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Lauren. They don't want to say Merry Christmas, but they want your Merry Christmas bucks. They want your Christmas dollar. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Metal Gear. It's just stupid. I mean, and this was a week ago I saw this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I just, walked in there this morning and saw this shit. This was a week ago. The display is fully up. I walked in a week ago and they were putting the Christmas trees up and shit when I walked in. So they're way early. And I don't know. It's just like watering down the whole experience, the whole holiday season, right? You guys remember we used to have a whole holiday season, and it was just the best time of the year. The whole run up to Halloween, and you got to pick out your, what costume you were gonna be, what costume you're gonna wear, and if your mom made you one, or if you went and bought one or whatever. And that was a big decision, right? When you're 8 or 9 years old, that's just a huge decision. What am I going to be for Halloween? And it's just great. And the whole thing, and then Thanksgiving, the whole build up to that. And remember the episode, the special Halloween episode, the Charlie Brown one, where he made Thanksgiving dinner for his friends, and they had popcorn and toast and shit, and they were like, come on, Chuck, with that peppermint patty. She's like, come on, Chuck, we can't eat this shit. Yeah, I used to love the whole holiday season when I was a kid, and it just seems like it's being robbed from these younger kids now. Yeah, oh, I can too. Yeah, Lorraine, I can remember how excited I was for Halloween and Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving was a 4-day weekend, so you got the whole weekend off from school. That was a great holiday too. Yeah. Yeah, God's Warrior. I watch all the Charlie Brown every year, or the Great Pumpkin. Then I think the Halloween, the Thanksgiving one was called It's Thanksgiving Charlie Brown, if I'm not mistaken. And then the Christmas one with the dinky little Christmas tree, and I forget. Maybe that's just the Charlie Brown Christmas special or something. But I watched those, and then I watch, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I watch all that stuff. I watch the Christmas Carol, the one from 1984 with George C. Scott. Watch that every year. Me and my wife will go through the whole Christmas gamut of 80s, classics for the holidays. That's one of our favorite things we like to do together, is watch those old shows from the holidays. We love that stuff to this day. And they haven't come out with anything else. They haven't, updated it with anything new and special for these younger kids. It's just whatever, maybe each generation has some special thing, but it's not a whole smorgasbord of classics like we have. You know what I mean? And even if they do have a special show they like to watch for Christmas or whatever, it's probably stupid. Just because Hollywood's stupid now. Not because the kids are stupid, though. That, Oh yeah, long lines to see Santa at the mall. Simplot, yeah, hell yeah, dude. A very twisted Christmas, yeah. Mac MC, what's up, dude? You snuck in here on me, dude. I didn't see you there. Yeah, corporate greed, old man. That's what it's all about now. You know what I mean? That's just point blank. That's what it's all about now. They don't give a shit. There's no Christmas spirit. There's no, no actual well wishing for your fellow man in the holidays like it used to be. We watched those Christmas specials and how it was, God rest ye merry gentlemen and all that stuff. I missed that stuff so much. Just that whole, there was a feeling during the holiday season, a special feeling, and that's just gone. That's evaporated. It's gone. It's just, that iPhone. I want my new iPhone. I want my, PS5 or whatever, give me my shit, whatever, It's just a cash in, a cash grab now. And I really, and I heard that stuff when I was a kid about the holidays being monetized or whatever, marketing and all this stuff. And I was like, bullshit. I thought in my head when I was a kid, bullshit. You can't mess Christmas up. That's just stupid. Christmas is Christmas. You gotta, they're never gonna be able to mess Christmas up. Damn sure if I was wrong about that. They have screwed it completely up. Yeah, it took them a few decades to do it, but they have absolutely done it. Electronic Music Underground, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here, man. 5 birthdays and Christmas all within 5 weeks, Arnish. Yeah, so you're broke come the first of the year, dude. You are broke. Yeah. Yeah, that is a nightmare scenario, and you get it every year. You're one of those dudes at Christmas and the holidays are just one big stress event, right? Got to come up with all those presents. Yeah, I feel for you, dude. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Underground, just give gifts to people at random times. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah, no, Charlie Brown ain't a good cook, dude. Metal Gear. Yeah. According to Peppermint Patty, anyway. That's what she said. Who said Gremlins is a Christmas movie, G Simplot? I don't know. I've heard the argument for Gremlins and what's that other one? What's the shit? I can't believe I'm not gonna be able to pull that one right off the top of my head. The one with what's his name? Where he's in the building. I remember the Nakatomi Tower, right? The Nakatomi Tower. I remember that, but I can't remember Bruce Willis in that movie. But anyway, that's escaping me the name of that movie for some reason. But yeah, that and Lethal Weapon, those are supposed to be Christmas movies too, and I see the argument for it, but I just when I don't watch them during Christmas like I do, Charlie Brown and Frosty the Snowman and stuff. But Die Hard, Die Hard, yeah, there you go. It was the Underground. Yeah, that's the one. I don't think you were filling me in. You probably said it before I did, Underground. Yeah. Yeah, Patty Paws, Die Hard. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah. What is it? Nukatomi Tower? Maybe. But, yeah, I miss those old holidays. But mostly I have the movies, I have the TV specials and all that stuff to Charlie Brown, so I don't have to miss any of that stuff. I still get to watch all that stuff. But just the atmosphere when I would leave the house, even in my 20s, in my late teens and 20s and stuff. You go outside and you go to the store and Christmas music would be playing and all that cool stuff. And it was just an entire atmosphere, and everybody was in the Christmas spirit, you know. And it was just really cool time of year. And that's just gone. That has gone away. And I don't know. It's just sad to me, you know. Just the loss of that is kind of sad in a way. But you know, we could still keep it within our house, and me and my wife do. We still keep the Christmas spirit, like I said, and we watch the old movies, and we decorate and pull out the tree and do all the Christmas stuff, and we have a lot of fun, just me and my wife, you know. So we try to keep it alive, but you know, out in the world, yeah, it's just that shit. It's just the consumerism and all that kind of shit. So it's hard to watch. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Witchmaster. You haven't experienced Christmas till you had a '70s Christmas. Yeah, yeah, that it was so awesome. And back then we couldn't just watch shit whenever we wanted. I mean, even now I'm spoiled to where I can watch the Peanuts special anytime I want. I make myself hold off until the holiday season and watch them when they're supposed to be. But you know, a kid wouldn't have that kind of self-control, so they want to watch the shit, they'll watch it now. But back then, we had to wait for it to come on TV, remember? And you'd have to get there at a special time. Oh, Charlie Brown, you know, Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown's coming on tonight at 7 o'clock, and we'd all have to be there at 7 o'clock. No matter what, you know, hey mom, you got to make dinner early, whatever you got to do, the Charlie Brown Christmas special coming on. Yeah, so there was a tension there. You know, you wanted to see it. There was thing you didn't want to miss it. You know, the excitement, the build up, and then the tension of not wanting to miss it. A good tension in a good way. So, and all that's gone with all this streaming and all that bullshit. You just watch whatever you want, whenever you want. You can get on there and watch Santa Claus movies and, you know, while you're sitting there bullshitting on the 4th of July. And so it's just not the same. Oh, okay. You got an Atari 2600 and 79? Yeah. I didn't get a video game console until 92, 91, 92, something like that. My first console was the Super Nintendo. Well, it might have been the Sega Genesis. I forget which one I bought first, but I bought it for myself after I joined the army. Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard that, Julia. Santa Claus story came from mushrooms. I wouldn't. I believe it. Yeah, that sounds plausible. Oh yeah, yeah. Witchmaster. It peaked in the '70s. Yeah, the '80s started the whole commercialization thing and all that. Yeah, it definitely peaked in the '70s, but the '80s was, you know, it just started going downhill. So it was still pretty cool in the '80s. But after 2000 and the internet and the high-speed internet, you know, streaming and all this bullshit, ordering stuff from Amazon and all that pretty much killed it. Yeah, we had never had any Black Fridays and all that bullshit. Oh, cool. 2,000 toys. Holy shit. I don't I I doubt that I have 2,000 people to invite to anything if I invite everyone I've known my entire life. Yeah, that's cool as hell though, Underground. Yeah. Oh yeah, Laura. And yeah, we'd want to stay up late if the special came on later. Yeah, yeah. I used to love those things. I remember that's one of the greatest things about it was the whole Christmas season was the specials. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was going to come on, and it was just awesome. Oh, okay, Simplot. Yours was the PS1. I think that was probably my third one because I had the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. I think I bought the PS1 next, and then after the PS1, I got the Xbox, and then the 360 and whatever. I think I quit. That's probably when I hung it up. Is when the 360 was phased out because I don't think I can't even remember what the next one was called after that. I don't even remember. So I don't think I had that one. I think the Xbox 360 was the last console I owned. Oh, yeah. R. Snyder, what's up? You snuck in here on me too, man. Glad to see you, buddy. What's going on? Hey, your family Christmas, 60 relatives? That's freaking awesome, dude. Your grandparents had 7 kids. Yeah, that's bad as hell. Those big old families during the holidays, Thanksgivings and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Gen X Jack. Yeah. Yeah, Black Friday, the closest thing to a Gen X mosh pit without going to a bar. Yeah. That's pretty cool, dude. Yeah. I agree. Oh yeah, First Blood, old man. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That could be considered a Christmas movie too, dude. Yeah, you're 100% right. Oh yeah, Laura, and that was part of the fun was going Christmas shopping. Yeah. Now most of it's just ordered. You can do it right from your phone, but I still try to get stuff in physical stores. I just like going shopping. As a dude, as far as that goes, I don't like the crowds and shit. Don't get me wrong. So, I'll do my shopping as soon as the store opens. You know what I mean? I'm in there when it's still empty, get what I need to get, and I get the hell out. I'm not in there trying to deal with a bunch of people. Uh, so, and I've never been to one of those Black Friday things at Walmart or whatever when the line and all that. No, no. But I still enjoy shopping, and I still go Christmas shopping at real stores, for my wife and the boys and stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I still enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the malls were a blast. Yeah, R. Snyder. Yeah, the malls were a blast. Yeah, Arnis. I've never been to a concert like that. Never had the opportunity. No, never been to a concert. Never had the money to attend one when I was a kid, and now as an adult, I've just been too busy paying the bills and shit. You know what I'm saying? So never been to a concert, but yeah, I bet a Metallica concert back then was freaking awesome. Oh, okay. Yeah, from Costco. Yeah. I don't know. There's something about going Christmas shopping and picking the thing up and looking at it, and holding it in your hands. I wonder, when I'm going to get something for my wife, I like to hold it in my hand and see how big it is in real life. You're looking at a little picture on your phone like that. You're like, how the hell big is that thing? Is it this tall or is it this damn big or what? What the hell? So I just like to physically hold it in my hand and feel, is it really soft or, reading all those reviews and shit. In my experience, most of those reviews, people are idiots. You know what I mean? They'll literally order a hammer and then, you know, give it a 1-star review because they hit themselves in the thumb with it because, you know, there wasn't a warning on there. I didn't know I could hit my thumb with this. I mean, there, you know, you want to get a load of the, you know, the how stupid people are. Read some reviews on some of that stuff, you know. People will order shit and have just no idea, no clue what the thing does, and then give it a 1-star review. So yeah. Oh, that's cool, Lauren. Yeah, that it's still working, huh? Yeah, they quit making stuff like that. That shit doesn't work at all anymore. You know, after 2 or 3 years, our TV just took a crap on us, and it was only like 3 years old. Took a total shit, and I'm like, what the hell? I just bought this damn thing. Now I look it up. You know, you can take it to a place like You Break, I Fix. They're gonna charge you $300 or $400 to fix it, and you get a brand new one for $500. So what the hell? It went in the dumpster, and then, you know, at least you got the 3-year warranty, but as soon as that warranty's up, the thing's going to take a shit, most likely. Yeah. The most people do G-Simplot. Yeah. In my experience. Yeah. And it's just, if you could sit down with someone one-on-one and converse with them like we do, you know, especially someone from your time period or whatever, I mean, you can have good conversations with people. But if you just go out into the world and interact with random strangers, oh no, that's not me. Yeah, that shit'll drive me completely insane. Oh yeah, who is that said that? Yeah, Gen X Jack, Cabbage Patch Kids, and remember the Garbage Pail Kids, the cards for us boys? Yeah, I remember those. Oh, Danzig. Yeah, Suicidal Tendencies. Oh, that's cool as shit. In '93, yeah, Simplot. I like Danzig. Of course, my favorite song is Mother. Dude, that's just evil, dude. You were an evil child underground. Opened all your presents and then taped them back up. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what level of evil that is, dude, but yeah, you were like, what was that, Dennis the Menace type of shit? Or damn it, now I'm not gonna, Calvin. That's some shit Calvin would do, dude. Calvin and Hobbes. That's one of my favorite cartoons, you know, the Sunday morning cartoons. Yeah, it was Calvin and Hobbes. No, you still have her papers, Lauren? That's pretty damn cool. Bucky, you know? What's up, dude? About time you showed up. Why you keep showing up at the end of shit, dude? Every time now. We got like 10 minutes left. Bucky shows up. Duck B. Hey everyone, I'm here. What the hell, dude? You done missed 90% of the show, dude. We've been talking about Christmas and stupid people and Halloween and all kinds of shit you missed, dude. Oh yeah, I'm sure that thing is worth money, Lauren. That thing's probably worth a pretty penny. Oh, pound puppies. I forgot about those things. Remember my buddy? My buddy. My buddy. My buddy and me. Y'all remember that? Y'all don't even remember that shit. Y'all are too young. Y'all are too young to even remember that shit. Yeah, that was some shit back in the probably late 70s, early 80s. You youngsters wouldn't know anything about that. My buddy. Yeah. Yeah, that was back in the He-Man days. You hate my buddy, God's warrior? What the hell? Who can hate my buddy? It's our buddy, dude. How can you hate my buddy? That's just wrong, dude. That's wrong from all different kind of angles, man. Hate my buddy. My buddy ain't never done nothing but be your buddy. Yeah. Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, Bucky. Stretch Armstrong. Yeah. Child's Play. Yeah. Yeah, nobody wanted to mess with my buddy anymore after Child's Play came out, said Plot. You're right about that. Yeah, that kind of killed that Child's Play. Yeah, that was awesome. Monchi-Chi, Witchmaster, yep. Oh, she did Underground? That's cool as shit, dude. Yeah. Yeah, He-Man was awesome. Skeletor, Battle Cat, He-Man, G.I. Joe. Those are probably my two favorite. Oh, Transformers, but I never had any Transformers. Those damn things were too expensive. Oh yeah, Snyder. Yep. Wherever I go, he goes. Oh shit! I can't believe y'all youngsters remember my buddy. Don't be a brony. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. G.I. Joe was the shit. Metal Gear. Shit. Oh, so soft and cuddly. Yeah, Loran. Monchi-Chis. Yep. Did they have a cartoon, a Monchi-Chi cartoon, Loran? Remember they had so many cartoons on all that, the video games and the toys and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, He-Man was, as far as the action figures, He-Man was my favorite. With Battle Cat and Skeletor and everybody. And yeah, G.I. Joe was the shit though. You know. Go Joe. And watching those commercials. I don't know. I should find, but I probably get some kind of copyright thing if I showed one of those old commercials on here for y'all. But they have those old commercials with the kids would jump over the log and and shit. I don't know if y'all remember them. Y'all might be too young to remember those old commercials. A Gray Pound Puppy. Yeah, they were like that's starting to I'm starting to remember the Pound Puppy. Didn't they come with the certificate too, like a Cabbage Patch Kid, right? Like you adopted it, you actually adopted it from the pound, right? I thought it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, yeah. We'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. Hell yeah, Metal Gear. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Stomper Trucks. No, you don't remember the cartoon? Maybe I'm wrong, Loran. I might be wrong about the Monchi-Chi cartoon. It seems I might be remembering the commercials for the Monchi-Chi. Jason Lamore, what's up, dude? Are you leaving us or are you just showing up? GoBots, yep. Yeah, Underground. Oh, okay. Oh, am I? My Jaws CD just fell off. It's still up there. It's right behind my head here. That's Jaws. Did it fall? What fell? Did something fall? Oh, did y'all see these? I found these when I was cleaning up. Some old school shit. Yeah. I threw the movie away, but I kept the Blockbuster new release case. 2-day rental, due back by 12 noon on the third day. This was Remember the Titans. Yeah. And then I got the other one. Oh, is that what fell? Oh no, here it is. And then just the standard one. I found those. I don't know if y'all were in the live stream when I showed it last time, but I found these. Just some nostalgia for my shelves. I love that kind of shit. Oh, Snyder. Got me looking around for shit. Oh, damn, dude. Now everybody thinks I'm an idiot, Snyder. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah. Well, either that or they knew I was an idiot before they even clicked on the icon for the live stream. Oh, let's check out this idiot for a while. You just confirmed their suspicions, Snyder. Yeah, be kind, please rewind. Yeah, God's Warrior. And G Simplot, yeah. Oh, okay, Max. So yeah, Max says that they did have a Saturday morning cartoon, Loran. So yeah. All right, I thought I remembered that, but my memory, my brain will make shit up sometimes, so I never, I question everything, including myself. I don't know. Sometimes I'll say some shit and it'll just be flat wrong. So, who we got here? What's up, Jay? What's up, buddy? Glad you can make it, man. When VCR's tapes were new, ET cost $99? No shit. I didn't know that. Hey, thanks, God's Warrior. Yeah. Well, I love hanging out with y'all. I love doing this. This is my new favorite shit now. I'm telling you. Just the camaraderie and the nostalgia and all that stuff. Y'all remind me of shit that I'd forgotten about for 40 years, literally. And y'all bring some shit up and remind me about it. It's just awesome. And that's one cool thing. Mike Fleisner, what's up, dude? My boy. Oh, okay. All right. You do that to all kind of live streamers, huh, Snyder? But, yeah, I love doing this stuff with y'all, hanging out with y'all, and I just have so much fun reminiscing and going back and back in time, and we just transport ourselves back in time and bring up old memories and good memories, Christmas season, the whole holiday season, and that's back when holidays meant something. Now they want to change it to happy holidays, or they did. I don't know, they're doing that for a while. They might have phased that shit out. It might be okay to say Merry Christmas now again. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that shit too much. I've been saying Merry Christmas since I was old enough to talk, and that's all I've ever said. But yeah, I've actually gone to the gas station or whatever and paid the person and said Merry Christmas to someone, and they just wouldn't respond because I didn't say holidays. They're not gonna entertain that the Christ in Christmas. They're just so anti Christ that they won't even be polite and say happy holidays back, let alone Merry Christmas. And, that's just shitty to me. That's just shitty. I don't know. But, whatever. Christopher John, what's up, dude? Christopher John, yeah. All right, what time is it? Yeah, all right, it's time. We'll do these hour-long evening episodes. The big one, the 2-hour-long episode, is Sunday. I don't know. We're gonna feel this out, and I'm definitely not gonna do half an hour. Okay, during the week, our 6 o'clock shows, or I might move it back to 7. I don't know yet. This is a test run. I just really wanted to do one of these in the evening this week to kind of get a feel for how it would go and if I was going to be awake enough to do it and stuff. So really wanted to test it out and see how it goes. And so we'll start out plan for next week, Tuesday and Thursday, hour-long shows. All right. Again, that's tentative, and I appreciate y'all putting up with all this, my life getting in and messing up my Gen X Thinks plans. So your patience is really appreciated. But from now on, that's what we're going to shoot for. If we want to run a little longer, if the hour doesn't seem right, maybe we'll run it a little longer. But I know a half hour doesn't work. Not a half hour live stream is just shit. I tried that earlier in the week for those of y'all who don't get up at 4 a.m. And a half hour that doesn't work. It's just too short. It's just a waste of time. So we'll do an hour at the least. If that doesn't seem like enough, then we might extend it a little bit. All right. So, but from here forward, look forward to the evening shows. It might be a little hit and miss early until my schedule gets ironed out, and then we'll figure that out though together, and we'll move on forward with that. And just want to say thank you to everyone for showing up. Gen X Jack, God's Warrior JP, Jay, R. Snyder, Bucky, Arnis, Laura Ann, Jeff 7, G. Simplot, Electronic Music Underground, my boy Mike Fleisner. Who else we got here? We got Patty Paws. See, everybody, that's one of the reasons. See, nobody from overseas really is here. All our normal people from overseas, we're missing Just Another Guy in the Woods, Tripwire. JP is here, though. You must be some kind of night owl, JP. Or early morning. I can't keep up with it, all the different time zones. But anyway, Arnis. Who else we got? Who else? Julia was on. Was Shannon on? I think Shannon was on. Old Man. All right. I think Mac MC. All right. I think now I've got everybody. Oh no, Witchmaster. Can't forget Witchmaster. All right. I think I got everybody now. If I missed you, I apologize, but goodbye to you, everybody I missed. And thank you for showing up and hanging out with me. I literally have a blast. I can't thank y'all enough. It's just, I have a great time doing this, and we'll do more in the future. Okay, more of these evening shows where more United States citizens can show up, and Canadians, and everybody in our time zone can show up and hang out more often. All right, Artiste, goodbye, Artiste, and oh yeah, do my see if I can how much of my spiel I can remember here. If you like this video, or if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you would like to support the channel by becoming a member, I'll leave that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can do so by clicking on that super thanks button down there, or you can hit the hype button. It should be there. It won't be there during the live stream, but hopefully it'll be there after if you watch it afterward. Or you can head over to Buy Me a Coffee and buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate those of you who do that. If you're interested in Gen X gear, we got some pretty cool stuff over there at Redbubble. Gen X Thinks and Gen X branded stuff, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff like that. But I'll leave that link down in the description for you too. If you can't or don't want to support the channel in any of those ways, you can always do so by sharing these videos on your social media. That helps out one hell of a lot, so thank you very much to those of you who do that. I really appreciate that as well. And if you have any ideas for future episodes of Gen X Thinks, please put those down in the comments, or you can email us, and the email is genxthinks@gmail.com. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.